Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my September review and October forecast. As always, there's a link to the forum in the description if you'd like to read the forum for yourself, a timestamp if you want to jump ahead to the read aloud, and another timestamp if you want to jump ahead to my first impressions and thoughts. But that said, let's dive into the September review. Now, September has been a really good month. We had a lot in this month, including the Cavalier Monthly event. That's kind of my main focus here. Is I think that as far as balancing of the event, I thought it was really reasonable, at least from my perspective. I wish there had been more emphasis on having players focus on chapter completion, because with the redistribution of rewards, you can actually get a lot just for like exploring chapter 1 rather than gunning for that actual completion, because the full completion not as good as actually just doing chapter 1 exploration, and when you divide it that way, I felt like the balance in it was a lot more reasonable. I do feel like it was a little niche. I'm not super huge fan of Diss Track and Buffed Up being in like quests 3 and 4. I just felt like that was a little unnecessary, but of course I feel like overall the difficulty of was actually really satisfying. There was a lot of positive feedback on the nodes. As from a player perspective, there was also a lot of negative feedback. I also wanted to comment on the 4-star run. I really enjoyed doing a 4-star run for an extra 10% of a tier 5 class catalyst. Overall, I thought the rewards were pretty good. My biggest complaint is that I just felt they were a little lacking on 6-star shards. I think literally 2,500 more 6-star shards would have been the difference between me hyping it up and saying, okay, it was a little more time and effort than I thought was worth my time and effort. But of course, I did end up exploring the whole thing, so I guess I'm just wrong. But overall, September, pretty solid. And I do really look forward to October. I always have my small things, like I don't think the game needs to be as daily-centric as they have it. I don't know if that's just like a mobile mentality or an MMO mentality of dailies, get your players to log in every day. I just felt like the Summoner Appreciation Calendar did a really good job, and AQ and Alliance War do a really good job of that already. We didn't need that in the side event as well. And next month, actually, is even going to be even worse, because not only are you going to need to log in, you're also going to need to do a quest every day, and it's only a handful of fights, but I just don't like that trend. I really am more preferential to the week-long based side events. That said, overall, I'm going to say September, pretty good. October looking pretty exciting as well, and of course, Apocalypse and Prof X were amazing. That said, let's dive into the forum. So, according to Hades, to hell we go. Summoners, you know it by a few different names. Hades, Underworld, Netherworld, Hell. And that, our dear summoners, is where we must ask you to go. Mephisto commands that you ride with Cosmic Ghost Rider and restore Hell to the state of familiar chaos it once was. Enter special limbo quests throughout the week to recover lost souls and skeleton keys, which you can use to unlock Mephisto's Hades invasions. Clean up the map, defeating champions and gathering up rewards scattered throughout Hades. Complete 7 Deadly Sins solo objectives and partake in the Punishing Arena to earn special monsters and Hunter Crystal Shards and more. Starts 10/7/2020 and ends 11/4/2020. Limbo quests. Each quest will consist of a single one path with 3 fights and 1 boss fight. These quests will award you skeleton keys, which can then be used in Mephisto's Hades invasions according to its assigned difficulties. E.g., Legendary Invasion will require a legendary key. You will also accumulate the lost souls of sinners condemned to wander the endless torments of Limbo. Whether you like it or not, keep reading. Those lost souls will serve you well. No free lunch in Hell, so this is the total energy cost per difficulty. Legendary 16, Epic 16, Master 8, Heroic 8. Note, the completion and exploration rewards will refresh every 24 hours. Mephisto's Hades invasions. You made it. Welcome to Hell. You will be taken through a total of 5 quests. It's tough enough to be in Hell, so here on you will expend no energy. You will receive 1 new quest on the first day, and then further new quest will reveal itself to you every 5 days. So heed the timeline per quest. Each quest will consist of 3 fights and a boss fight. As mentioned previously, you will need skeleton keys in order to unlock the gates to Hell. e.g. legendary keys required to unlock legendary gates. You will be required with many a splendor along the quest paths, and also receive gold for those so inclined to complete and explore. Important note, you must complete the path in order to claim all rewards on the path. If you exit the path before completing it, the rewards will be returned to the path. You can only claim the rewards on the path once. The paths will be unlocked permanently once you've unlocked them the first time. Lucky for us, Mephisto rules the underworld with some order to his chaos and afforded us a schedule of his intentions. 10-7, 10-12, 10-17, 10-22, and 10-27 are the 5 quest release dates in order. Rewards are pretty much the same. Soul Boost Store. Trade in all the lost souls collected for special boosts for use in the Hades invasions. Mephisto acknowledges the challenge that will no doubt arise for mere mortals in the underworld, and so he has granted you all the benefit of soul boosts, exclusive to Mephisto's Hades invasions. You may have suspected, but any benefit from the underworld comes at a cost. Remember, those lost souls you accumulated, this is where you can trade them in for your soul boosts. Each soul boost will cost you 100 lost souls. And here is all we know about the various types of soul boosts. Soul of Wrath, we're going to go over the boost later. More on lost souls. The thirst for souls in Hades has put you in yet another advantageous position with your accumulated lost souls. Rumor has it, Mephisto will also take lost souls in exchange for skeleton keys, should you wish to go the extra mile in Hades. Here's the deal: 300 lost souls for a legendary or epic key, 150 lost souls for a master or heroic key. Hell hath no better offer. 7 Deadly Sins solo objectives plus 8th Cavalier only Deadly Sins solo objective. In between Mephisto's bidding, you may also want to indulge in 1, 2, or 7 positively sinful side gigs for even more rewards, the likes of gold, attack boosts, arena boost crystals, energy refills, champion boosts, health boosts, and sinfully special profile badges. 1. Given to greed, open gold, greater golden, or uncollected golden crystals. 2. Unleash your wrath. Win fights by dealing the finishing blow with a special attack 2. 3. Take pride in your work. Win all your fights in an arena series. 4. Make a sloth of your opponent. Perform dexterous dodges by dodging an opponent's attack at the moment of impact. 5. Given to lust. Defeat champions involved in romance synergies. 6. See a champion you like on the arm of another summoner? Open monsters and hunter crystals and satisfy your envy. 7. Feed your gluttony. Consume any level single health potion or revive. And for our very enthusiastic Cavaliers only bonus, don't despair. Beat Legendary Limbo Quest with a team rating of 10,000 or lower for a 10% Tier 5 class Catalyst Fragment Crystal. Punishing Arena. Bring your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-star champions into the arena for a chance at monsters and hunters crystal shards. The meek shall rise, the mighty will fall. Earn more points with lower rarity champions, but be forewarned, this arena is named the Punishing Arena for a reason. There are only milestone rewards in this arena, and there are no rank rewards. Hot tip: 1 star should give out the most points, and 5 stars the least amount of points. So that said, for those of you who maybe got bothered by my voice, weird how it just changes when I go through the forum post like that. There's a timestamp here if you just care about my first impressions. So my very, very first impression is seeing these each quest and the limbo quests, and then us having to gain legendary keys by doing a daily quest. So it is the return of daily quests. And I know I complain about the objectives, but the objectives are actually better than this. This is even worse, having to log in daily. And at least with the objectives, it's like one thing. This, if you want to like really maximize your rewards, you need to run all 4 difficulties. I'm probably going to run 3. Like, I don't foresee myself running Heroic. You can get an extra 200 crystal shards for the Monsters and Hunters crystals, as well as an extra 100 lost souls, and then the Heroic key. But I just don't foresee myself running Heroic, and I might not even do Master, to be honest, because I'm just not too concerned about the lost souls. I know this does give you access to extra keys. I just personally don't think it's going to be worth my time. You know, your mileage may vary on that, but this is something you're going to need to do daily. So if you're trying to do that epic or that legendary every single day, 16 of your energy needs to be dedicated to that. So just be mindful. Not a fan of that style of quest, but it is what it is. This is something new though, is the 5 total quests. This is a 5-day turnover. So even though it's still a 4-week month, we're getting 5 quests. And I think this is a really cool change. I don't know if they've done this before or this is just completely new, but I really like this change because I think one of the things that makes the monthly so boring is that by the 4th week or the 5th week, it's just so repetitive that it's just dulled out, and you really just go in and you finish it up. But with 5, I feel like it's a little more flavorful, a little more variance, and I think there's a lot of really good potential in that. And I don't know. I think that there's a lot of really good potential in that. I wonder if, based on the limited number of fights in these, if this is going to be like a 3-champion roster limit, especially based on the later Cavalier bonus objective. So I am going to predict that it is just like a 3-champion limit, but hey, maybe they'll let us bring in 5. I'm not too sure. The timeline makes perfect sense, but we already can gather that by 5-day release. And then as far as rewards go, it's pretty standard. Still no tier 1 alpha, not really an upgrade in any sense that I can see. Maybe I'm overlooking it, and it looks okay, right? Like, you get 1 tier 2 alpha from legendary. Because this month you can run all of them, I'm fully expecting them to have the 2 tier 2 alpha from epic and legendary, so that adds up there okay. So yeah, if you are trying to fully cash in on the rewards this month, you do need to do legendary and epic. I don't know how they distribute it over the paths, so maybe you don't need to do all of the paths, but yeah, you are going to need to at least dip a little bit into both, let alone dipping into Master and Heroic, depending on how far you're trying to go, because there is a decent chunk of tier 2 alpha in the Master difficulty as well, which is why I mentioned earlier that I'm probably going to skip Heroic because I'm not too interested in the rewards here, but I at the least do want that chunk of tier 2 alpha in the Master difficulty, so I'll probably do at least enough of the daily to get that, and probably the legendary crystal and like the tier 4 basic cat. Yeah, small things. And then Soul Boost store. So I skipped over the Soul Boost, but these are all really cool. Essentially, you choose a damage over time effect. Shock, bleed, poison, cold snap, incinerate, and you get immunity to that as well as an extra benefit, but do note that you also give the opponent a benefit. So like for the Soul of Wrath, which gives you immunity to incinerate, whenever this fails to trigger, the defender gains a Fury passive, increasing their attack rating. So yes, you are incinerate immune, but they also hit harder. Or Cold Snap will give the defender an evade charge. So yes, you're Cold Snap immune, but now you do have to worry about the defender evading. So just be mindful of the bonus and negative here. My guess is that based on the quest, it's probably just going to be like Incinerate Global, Cold Snap Global, Poison Global. So it is going to be something really, really necessary as far as completing the quest. And I do feel like if you're trying to do the 4-star run or the potentially 3-star run, depending on how you do your roster, these are going to be really, really impactful on managing to get through with by bringing an alternative champion who doesn't have the proper immunity or damage immunity, but can deal with the added benefit. And these added benefits, they're not really unreasonable, and in some instances they can actually be used to advantage. Like a really good example here is the Soul of Envy, which makes you poison immune, but the defender gains unstoppable buffs whenever you go poison immune. This can actually be beneficial the other way around if you bring like a Mystic and you're using that unstoppable buff to gain power. Another really good example is like the attacker is immune to shock. Whenever that fails, it causes the defender to heal. Now, if you're bringing like Void and you go shock immune, or Torch and you go shock immune, you can actually use that regeneration to your advantage, pushing down damage. And I think those methods are going to be really, really good, again, for that sub 10,000 hero rating part. I think that's going to be really important. But otherwise, you really, if you don't want to rely on these boosts at all, you can just use all your lost souls for extra keys, which is mostly what I'm going to be trying to be doing. And I think a lot of people who are really optimizing their rewards should be doing, because you do get a lot of extra keys this way. So just be mindful that if you take advantage of the boost, you do suffer as well. But if you are one of those Cavalier players, I think those boosts are going to be huge in regards to getting through with a sub 10,000 team. Now, as far as the solo objectives, I think this is really neat. I would have liked to see a little bit better on the rewards, and the way they phrased it makes me think that you have to do them in order. So my suggestion is do try to do these in order so that you don't accidentally get ripped and totally burned. I hate that the Monsters and Hunters crystals all the way down here at 6, because if you do have to do these in order, that really, really sucks. Also, like the item use, I would prefer if these were like out of order. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Just kind of gotta gauge it when it launches, but I'm mentally going in knowing thinking we have to do it in order, just because that's what it looks like to me. Otherwise, they're really, really cool. They're kind of clever in the way they've done it, and I think that's really solid. I don't think anything here listed is unreasonable, and I hope for solid rewards, honestly, but I won't know until they launch it because they didn't give us full information. And then finally, they say, don't despair, beat Legendary Limbo Quest with a team rating of 10,000 or lower. I'm just going to throw it out there. In my opinion, this means a 4-star champion with synergies. So you're going to use like 2-star champions for your synergy part, but then you're going to rate a 4-star champion. And that's why I really think the Limbo Quests are going to be a 3-champion limit, because 10,000 rating is really, really low. Like, that is literally 1, maybe 2 4-stars and synergies. That's kind of low. But if it's only a 3-person team, it makes really good sense. You know, you only got to get through 4 fights. And I've been looking for confirmation. I don't know if this means you have to do a path in all 5 quests, or you just got to be 1 quest 1 time. I'm not sure. Haven't gotten any confirmation, but if you know, feel free to let me know. I would appreciate the information. Punishing Arena looks like our standard event arena. Rewards look okay. I mean, it's a good amount of potions and it's a good amount of revives, and I love that it's level 2 and level 3 revives, so I'll definitely be doing it, but I don't see anything here that's like, whoa, that's so amazing. Just nice. It's just nice, and there's nothing wrong with just nice. Overall, I'm going to say October, we got some really good stuff to look forward to, and it is a shorter month on the 4-week, or regular month, I guess, technically. So yeah, I'm going to say October probably going to be pretty good. As long as Cosmic Ghost Rider and Red Goblin are like actually fun and good and not just total memes, I think it's going to be a good month. As always though, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.